unstoppable power, unlimited rage, unending annihilation is all that awaits for you at the hands of Earth Beatdown. Folks, I'm the Ghost with Knife, and welcome back to more Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. We're back again with Time Travel 2004, revisiting one of the oldest archetypes in Yu-Gi-Oh! A classic example of classic Yu-Gi-Oh! The Beatdown deck. The goal of the deck is simple. We're playing a bunch of Earth monsters because we're using Gaia power, and we're just gonna beat our opponents into the dirt. We got Insect Knight, we got Berserk Gorilla, we've got Dark Triceratops, which gives us piercing. We've got a Monarch to destroy our opponent's cards. We've got 2 copies of Jiroi Gumo. We've got Lily. We've got Giant Rats to give us more bodies. We've got Mangas to give us more bodies, which we can turn into a beatdown. We've got Gear Golems, so we can keep beating through our opponent's monsters, even if they're in defense and we can't punch over them. This deck is all about aggression and just absolutely smashing our opponent into the dirt. We got Nobleman of Crossout, we got Lightning Vortex, we got Smashing Ground, we've got Hammer Shot, we've got 2 instances of Acts of Despair, as well as a Mage Power and a Field Spell to boost all of our monsters. There's going to be no Tribe Infecting Virus, there's none of that nonsense. This is all about using the Earth element, using Gaia power, and absolutely crushing everything underfoot, annihilating everything in our path. That is the deck, that is the game plan. Let's get to smashing everything with Gaia Beatdown. Alrighty. Our opponent is going first. We can now proceed to attempt to beat my opponent into the dirt. As my opponent is having issues figuring out how to draw cards. It is okay. We'll get there eventually. Do 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 do. Dum bum 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 bum. Our opponent is setting a card. Oh, Fusilier, nice. Okay, so we're probably playing the Horus deck, which is fine. I forgot I'm not playing bugs. Oh, we got out this with Berserk Gorilla. What am I saying? Yo, dude, you want to see something funny? Gaia power. Berserk Gorilla. Ooh, Bang! The big angry gorilla is here, and this time he's in a deck that he actually really wants to be in. I'm glad we drew one of our Gaia powers so I can show off the power of Gaia Beatdown. That's right, you're about to get beat down by an Earth deck. How's that feel? It's cool to see Lily too. She's such a cute card. I do really like Injection Fairy Lily. She's one of those cards that evaded me when I was younger that I never got to play, but when I got my hands on one of the digital games, I was really happy to get. Ah. Well, that's the thing. Okay. Triceratops is so good. Well, I can just go into my manga and then go into Triceratops. You know, if they kill the manga, we just tribute the next one for Triceratops. And then we pierce through literally everything they do. Oh, I never noticed that! Did you see that when he destroyed the monster, there was a rock underneath him? That was cool. Yeah, if they out this, we just get 3 Mangas till we flip summon. I could even use Injection Fairy Lily to win this game. God, I love Gorilla Beatdown. Using a field spell with really aggressive monsters really is a lost art of Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay. We win. Because I know what deck you're playing. I know you don't have traps, you got Royal Decree. Yeah. This is the problem with that Horus deck, is once you know what the loner deck has, it's like, ah, I'm not worried about that. See ya! Ba-dun-dun-dun-dun! My opponent is now pooping bricks, as they would say. I don't think I'm gonna axe. Excuse me, I don't think I'm gonna use the axe just yet. We're just gonna beat down our opponent more. Now the gorilla. Triceratops for the free piercing damage. Oh, not game. If I would have used the axe, it would have been game. I have game in hand next turn, no matter what, because we just gear golem and direct attack. Because this card is cracked. Gaia Beatdown, just living up to its name. Nice, quick, easy game for Gaia Beatdown. Oh boy. It looks like these monsters are kind of like fighting. I love it. He's like, I'm eating this plant. And Gorilla's like, I'm coming for you, Godzilla. And he's like, I'm a dinosaur, not Godzilla. Magician of Faith. Now that is a problem. But I have another problem for you. Now that does out my Triceratops. Now the real question is, do they know about how Injection Fairy Lily works? They forgot about Gaia Power. That is hilarious. Guess what, bucko? Yeah, you're not an Earth monster. Now did I also forget that it wasn't an Earth monster? Maybe. Not the point. Point is they have two gigantic monsters they can't deal with. And now they have to figure out a way to out their own Thousand Eyes Restrict. The best part is Lily can still out Horus, even if they get him out. And I'm still bigger than Horus level 6. Excuse me. Oh, I'm dying over here, don't mind me. And they can negate the activation of my spells. Dude, I love this deck. I love this old strategy. Just big earth monsters with a field spell. Because my opponent is struggling to find a way to beat me. Well, manga number 2 is pretty sick. Excuse me again. I think my voice is failing after the insect game. Because of the Weevil voice. Okay, here's the thing. My opponent, I don't think, has Lightning Vortex in their deck. And even if they do, I out them with Lily. In order for them to win this, they have to go with they have to tribute Thousand Eyes Restrict here. It's funny because people are like, "Oh, why was this card banned?" This is why. It creates locked board states, which you can't really do anything. Yeah, so the reason that Thousand Eyes doesn't have an attack bonus is because Dark Triceratops is a spell. It's currently not an earth monster. If it was, they'd have more attack. And even then, I have outs. My deck is far too aggressive for their nonsense. The one thing that I wish in this deck was for Gear Golem to be level 3. If this was a level 3 monster, it'd be good because then I could out. Okay. Horus? Fusilier. How do they play Fusilier? I mean, cute, but I'm about to do what they call a gamer move. You want to see something funny as hell, Spyro? Well, can't use that. Gear Golem, the moving fortress. They're just staring at that card. Uh-huh. And you can't activate traps in response to this. Even if you shrink this, that doesn't do anything. What a successful first game. We played G-Rod Goomba when he stood there staring at 1,000 Knives Restrict like, I'm gonna eat you. We are on a losing streak, and my opponent is taking forever to play the game. It started with me misplaying with Injection Fairy Lily and not attacking when I should have for game, and I got tributed, and then it snowballed out of control from there. Then I lost a game against Horus because they premature barreled a level 6 Horus and got the big one out, and I couldn't out it. And then last game, my opponent got Snatch Steal 4 times because they drew Magician of Faith 3 times in a row, and I didn't have Crossout. So this time we're going to change things. This time shall be different. We'll rewrite our fate right now. Big Gear Golem is going to be a great wall here. Berserk Gorilla is an awesome card. Start beating down my opponent's monsters. Berserk Gorilla, if they try to Snatch Steal it, does not out the Gear Golem, so we're fine. Horus does not do a damn thing here. Nice try, buddy. I don't think so. I am an immovable fortress. You are still very much weak to spells. You ain't grown up yet, Horus. Hammer time. What you know about that, Horus? Berserk Gorilla. Come on. Come on, we're gonna beat down our opponent now. This is where we turn things around now. You're sitting on a Royal Decree and I know it. You do not have other traps in that deck. Unless you have built the Horus deck and rebuilt it yourself, which I don't think you did. I just noticed there was the bug. It's a visual bug where it's still your turn, but this red thing still exists. Gorilla time, let's go. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah, walla walla bing bang. Come on, we're gonna turn it around here. We're gonna reset the vibe, it's gonna be great. We're gonna end this game in a reasonable amount of time, and I will be victorious. Okay, come on. Today, Horus, you die. Big stupid chicken, you're gonna die horribly. You're gonna get ripped apart by a frickin' gorilla, and you're gonna like it. You understand me? Monkey, monkey, ooh, ooh, ah. You think that stops me? That does not actually stop me. The beatdown will continue. I know your defenses do not matter in this situation. Gear Golem, you did your job. Welcome to the beatdown. I am the Dark Triceratops, and I'm not done yet. Acts of Despair. And guess what? It's going on the monkey. Dark Triceratops, attack. What you got? You don't got no spells in the graveyard? Show me that Magician of Faith. Horus's servant doesn't save you here. Big monkey, big angry, big smash. Beat them into the dirt. This is Gaia Beatdown. You don't get a turn to debate. Time to meet your permanent fate. Come on. You don't have anything for this. What are you gonna do? Snatch Steal? I've got Hammer Shot. And I will Hammer Shot into Jiraigumo so hard, it's not even funny. You think I won't kill you with Jiraigumo? Just for the laughs? Just for the memes? For the content? Breaker does not save you in this situation. Breaker doesn't do a damn thing, as a matter of fact. Go ahead, get rid of that. What are you gonna do? Out the monkey? That doesn't out monkey. Okay, cool, watch this. I'm not gonna tribute it because I've got another one in deck. No reason to do that. It was on top, right? Just on top of the deck. I don't need it. Are you just gonna go out on your own terms? I'm okay with this. You know what? I salute you. Now get out of here. Beat down. Alright, getting back into it with the beatdown. I've taken a break since yesterday's session, I should say. Not by choice, though. I definitely was forced to do this, just because I had to go to work. Set a giant rat. And we'll set the bottomless. And hope this works. Rat can get us into Exiled Force, which is a decent option in the face of what if my opponent might be doing. We'll see, as much as I like Beatdown and as simple as this deck is, it is mildly frustrating to play. I just feel like my opponent doesn't really have that much going on compared to other decks. It is a simple deck, and sometimes the simplest answers are the best answers, but still. Fucking gadget, dude. Man. I hate this matchup so much. This stupid gadget deck has so much face-down interaction. And if you don't get to craft Heavy Storm, it's a nightmare to play this matchup. Like, I do not want to burn a frickin' Smashing Ground on a gadget. But the reason I'm not doing so hot in this matchup is purely because I don't have Heavy Storm. Because Heavy Storm is the way you deal with this garbage right here. Okay. Giant rat number 2. Well, they're about to go empty-handed, so this is a great way of getting rid of that nonsense. Just stop their tempo and start beating the crap out of them with a rat. Rat's an interesting card in this matchup, in most matchups. Normally, I wouldn't include it if I'm going for like an all-aggro strategy, but the fact that Rat can go into Exiled Force is very good. Did they just Solemn Judgment? They're doing my job for me. They really care about this gadget. Thankfully, we have so many ways to out this. Bottomless sucks into this matchup because most of their stupid gadgets get under Bottomless. Shrink. That does not help you in this situation. You got another one? It was a bad shrink. But we just go the other rat. Now, unfortunately, my third rat is in my hand. Cool. No, I'll take 1,000, sure. That's it? I'm making my opponent use all of their cards on turn frickin' 3. Dude, that's so good! Dude, that's so solid. Please. Like I was just complaining about this matchup, and now here we are. Absolutely gonna activate this. Let me go, Lily. Do I out this? It's dead no matter what. The life point loss isn't necessary. Let's set the last rat. Show my opponent what's up. Yeah, my opponent played this very, very wrong. Using all 3 of these this early is so bad. Like, what was that for? To kill a giant rat? That's such a weak follow-up. I've deck thinned, and now I have a Lily out. And Lily is terrifying in this format. Breaker. We're just gonna attack into the trap. We're gonna... I think they're gonna pop with Breaker. And then maybe go for this one. Yeah, we get rid of armor. They've lost so many resources, though. They attack into Lily, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. Oh my god, they don't know. They don't know, man. They don't know. Yeah, that's not how this card works. Now I have lethal. Lily, you very cute and very powerful fairy. Time to show them what's up. Now, I have made mistakes, but I'm not making them again. We're going Raigeki break. Fantastic. I am so glad I played this correctly. Well, now I know what's up. Okay, cool, so we win. I have avenged my loss from yesterday, which was simply attack with Injection Fairy Lily and win. Okay, what you got? Mechanical Chaser, very powerful card. Unfortunately, not powerful enough. Yeah. My opponent is learning about all sorts of new cards today, aren't they? They're like, what's a Gear Golem? Unfortunately, I have won the resource war by a long shot. Like, it's not even close. Now, sir, I will salute you. But I am not just an aggro deck, but I am removal.deck. Very simple game here. Don't even need to show you the Insect Knight. Just your friend Giant Rat, which you wasted all those resources on, and that Gear Golem you wasted that attack on. Good game, Lex. Welcome to the 2004 format. Alright, we're going first here. Trying to keep the beatdown going. I haven't had a great past few sessions with this deck. That is a very dead card with this hand. Is there a time in my career in this event where I'm gonna have a hand that looks functional? Because I'm really tired of just getting really dysfunctional hands that don't look like they do anything. That's getting annoying. I've played multiple sessions with multiple decks in this event, and I get hands like this very frequently, and it's really getting under my skin. A Legendary Ocean. Yep, nope, we're getting that right out of here. I know how bad that card is. I know this deck. You're not pulling a fast one on me. We'll go ahead and set the Dust Tornado while we're at it. So their entire deck focuses on using that card. Cute. Wait, so they're gonna use my monster as a tribute. How did I know you were doing something like that? Now, having any out, they didn't attack. Oh, they can't because of Soul Exchange. Come on, something good. Man, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a very fun card game. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that either. I wanted to just end my damn turn. Like, it's not the deck, it's my draws that are terrible. I'm just drawing the worst things known to the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, did you want all of your spell and trap removal and no removal or actual creatures to help you fight back? Too bad! Okay, we went slightly bigger. That doesn't bother me. So they're playing the Legendary Ocean deck. A Legendary Ocean makes your water monsters have one less level, so they can basically play a free Giga Gaga Giga without having to tribute. Which is not a bad strat. I wonder if we have the old field rules too, where their field spell will be destroyed when I play mine. If so, that is hilarious. Speaking of my field spell. I mean, this outs. This outs it. I'm not going to change anything, there's no reason to. Sadly, that had to be my turn, but now I can call by the Exiled Force on my turn or their turn, and use it again if I need to. Which is pretty sick. End phase. So they got a handful of bricks right now, cool. Okay, I'm gonna Dust Tornado here, I think. I'm gonna Dust Tornado for safety because I want to start beating them with Triceratops. It's still destroyed. Yeah, I'll set it. Now, weirdly in this situation, because I want Triceratops here, we're gonna call. And what we bring back doesn't really matter, but I'll bring back my manga because I'm funny. Bam blam. we can still turn off their legendary oceans so they can't necessarily just play free cards from us. They can't play their monsters for free still. And Dark Triceratops is gonna make it so where we can just beat them down every turn. Umiruka. That's fine. Yeah, that's not happening. You have another face down? You're kidding me. I'm getting really tired of everybody having an out to everything I do, man. Throwing like garbage. This is fine, I guess. We're both in top deck mode. Thankfully, we can suck Roots of Worm or their Bugroth. Keep me alive for a little bit longer. Okay. Cool, now I can just go into my monster and attack. I mean, I shouldn't, because I want a body on board. Okay. High risk, high reward right here. This game has just been rough. Please don't be anything bad. Please don't be bottomless. Don't be bottomless. Cost down. Alright, start beating our opponent. Just keep on giving them their beats. Oh. Any monster wins it? Any monster wins it. Any monster wins it. Cool. Awesome. It's not exactly how we drew it up, but it is a win. And we beat a solid deck. Umi beatdown is definitely a deck. Yep. What a fun little way to end it. Okay. Trying yet again with this deck to get the ball going. Okay. We have an actual playable hand for the first time in 3 games. Now hopefully I don't draw all spells and traps for 30 turns. That'd be pretty sick to not be able to have to deal with that again. Because that was pretty dumb. The last 2 times we did it in a row. Yeah, you'd think with a mostly monsters in your deck, you wouldn't brick so hard and get all spells and traps for 30 turns. But what are the odds, dude? Yeah, the Shuffler and Master Duel really just doesn't like people. Doesn't like me in particular. It's okay, I don't like it either. For the damn record. MST? God. Uh-huh. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. My opponent plays a face-down monster. It's fine, we're gonna go Berserk Gorilla. No, Hammer Shot does not do anything for it. Unga Bunga Gorilla. Do not be Marshmalon. It's Magician of Faith for MST. It's fine. That is not a terrible thing to happen right now. We have the Gorilla. The Gorilla's gonna do his job. We are going to forget the series of games that the Shuffler made me lose. It is the fusion deck. We can out this with Hammer Shot. Thank goodness. We are just... okay. Interesting turn. They're gonna MST their own card. Ring? Why did they MST their own ring? I guess my opponent misclicked. Oh, manga. Okay. Berserk Gorilla, go, go, go. To grab MST a third time. This person really wants to use their mystical space type on every turn. Okay, time to reset the vibe here for hopefully the last game, because I don't want to play this deck anymore. I do not want to have to fish for content with this deck anymore. I'm pretty upset. And here's the thing, I don't think the deck is bad. I think the shuffler hates me, like religiously. And I think it's about time the shuffler gave me the good fortune I deserve. If this is a damn magician of faith, one more time, giant rat number 2. Okay. The beatdown will continue. Going with giant rat, pretty easy. The Koichi. Okay, so we're just playing the fusion deck. Got it. I'd rather be playing the fusion matchup than any matchup that uses Gravity Bind. Because without Heavy Storm, that matchup is impossible to beat. Like, I could have Heavy Storm and True Nade, but I'm not spending the UR dust on them for a temporary event like this. In the moment, it's frustrating, but it is manageable. I'm assuming they're digging for things to confuse. They 100% are. They're probably going to kill Gorilla here. And if that's the case, I win, because I just summon Jedi. It is Black Soul Dragon. This is going to beat over Gorilla. Breaker. So it's not over. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna grab Lily. Go ahead and attack. Go ahead, attack her. I dare you. Don't. Good on you. Good on you. You're not that bad at the game. So I know the order of operations I need to do this to win. Yeah, this is over. We are now going to beat my opponent down. MST is a dead card, but it's fine. So this is what we gotta do to win. We Hammer Shot. Jedi. We 100% activate her effect. And Jedi ends the game. Tails. And we don't hit it. We'll give them half of our life points as a tax for beating them, it's fine. And that is gonna cover it for Earth Beatdown. Okay. I was gonna cut it off last time for the last game, but I have this problem where once I feel like I can do better, I will go out of my way to make better results for whatever the video is. Because I feel like that last game didn't really do justice to the deck. And I'm getting stubborn. I'm gonna try a little bit more to get one more good game here. Because I feel like even though I had some good games, a lot of them were shrouded in anger from really bad losing streaks because I couldn't make the build optimized. Which you guys will hear in the outro, how I tried to optimize the deck, but yeah. Uh-huh. That's fine. We'll set the other Dust Tornado, it's fine. Then we'll get to see what my monster is. Which I can't do anything about, but it's fine. They don't get the attack. Breaker is fine in this situation. We can beat over it with Berserker. How many extra? 7. This is the fusion deck. Got it. We're playing the fusion loner. We can beat this very easily. You can't out Gear Golem. I don't know why you did it like that, but you did. I'm not gonna Grand Mark. There's no reason to. Berserk Gorilla is just the play here. Thanks to Gear Golem, I can out whatever fusion monster they throw at me. And if they go on the defensive, we switch to Dark Triceratops with an axe, and we just start trying to pound away at my opponent. Try to grind them into dust. We're gonna reset the vibe here. We're gonna go out on a big last hurrah for this deck. I want this deck to have a chance to shine. Okay. Again, like I said, we're okay with them getting a big fusion. We can beat big fusion monsters thanks to the fact that we have a Gear Golem set up. Premature Burial. That just gets the Breaker, which does not out Gear Golem. Whoa! Oh, I see what they're doing. They're using that to make up for whatever they need to fuse. Yeah, we use Triceratops over Gear Golem and we just out their big monster. Black Meteor, okay. Oh, we don't out that actually. Black Meteor's bigger. Unless I draw Gaia Power here. Or Mage Power or an axe. Interesting. An axe, Gaia Power, anything that boosts my attack would be great. This is an out. It is an out to my current situation. What? That's a really early call. Oh, okay. That was a huge misplay. Yeah, you should have used it on that. That would have been much scarier. Okay. So I still have something you can't beat through, and you have a bunch of monsters that are okay, but nothing really crazy. So first we kill King of the Swamp. They have to leave Vorse Raider and attack, which is fine. That sucks. I don't remember this deck packs bottomless. Nobleman is not what I want to see here. I'm gonna have to gamble it here, and I hate that. Please don't be a trap hole. It's Metamorphosis, thank God. Okay, we go for the fusion monster because I can use that with Poly, and it's more free damage now. Cool. Now we keep up our aggressive tempo with this deck. If we play anything face down, we Nobleman it. And we showcase just what happens when you have an incredibly aggressive Earth deck. Do I see a face down monster too? Ah, that must be Red Eyes or Summoned Skull. Giant rat. Perfect. The tempo rat. Just what I wanted to see. Honestly, I want to see Gorilla, but it's okay. Get in there with the giant rat. Get in there with Grand Marg. And we have game in hand, so they can't do anything. Mirror Force is not a legal card. They could Lightning Vortex. That could buy them a few turns. But it doesn't matter. Grandmar gets there in the end, and with that, we successfully beat another fusion deck down into the dirt. Now, let's get to that wrap. So, did we beat down our opponents into rubble with Earth Beatdown for the Time Travel 2004 event? Not really. Now, before people think I'm going to say that this deck is bad, I don't think the deck is bad. We just didn't do as well as I hoped with the deck. We had quite a few losing streaks, as you might have heard in some of the games, that really got under my skin, but that's because this deck is supposed to be a deck that plays aggro super early and just starts weighing the way for opponents as fast as possible and beating them down before they can establish anything. And we had quite a few games where I did have quite a few win streaks where the deck did just that. We played a Berserk Gorilla or an Insect Knight on one, we started pounding away at my opponent's defenses, and they just couldn't get anything through, and once they saw just the amount of attack or aggressive power that I had, they just surrendered really fast. And those games felt great. And sadly, a lot of those games were while I was at work on my break. And I can't get those guys to you for content because I needed replays. And I currently have a bunch of replays saved for a different video. But we're going to talk about that later when we get to it. Anyways, the point is that even though I loved when the deck did what it was supposed to, it didn't consistently get to that aggressive beatdown strategy. So I thought to myself, what went wrong with this? What could I have done to build my deck differently and make it more powerful? And I did come up with something. But as you'll very rapidly see, there's a reason why you didn't get that deck. And this, in my opinion, would have been a much better Earth Beatdown deck, and a lot of people can immediately see the problem. The problem is 2 ultra rares and 3 super rares. Now, I would have crafted the Gemini Elves for this event if I got to this deck sooner. I had the super rare points that I could have messed around with, but I ashamedly put the super rare tokens into other decks that I probably shouldn't have, and that's the main reason I couldn't really do that. For a very limited time event like this, it's not really worth it to craft super rare and ultra rare cards, you know, unless they make this a permanent format, which if you want to, when the survey comes around, you should tell Konami that, because I'd love to see this as a permanent format, so that way I have an excuse to go ahead and craft myself a Heavy Storm and a Giant Trunade, maybe even these Gemini Elves. But in a very limited time format, it's not really efficient for your resources to do that. Now, would this deck have done better with the 3 Gemini Elves? Bare minimum? Absolutely. We have even more aggressive power. We start off with 9 creatures we can open with that we can immediately slam down on the board and start wailing away at our opponent's stuff with. And the only other thing outside of that I would have really added is Heavy Storm and Giant Trunade, because in these older formats, Gravity Bind is backbreaking for a deck like this, so you absolutely need Heavy Storm to take care of those back row heavy decks that like to pack a lot of combat traps like Sakuretsu Armor or Negate Attack or Swords of Revealing Light or Level Limit and Gravity Bind, because this is your way of dealing with it after establishing a board and then just going in for the kill on your opponent. We did happen to take out a lot of the removal of the deck, most of the Smashing Grounds, 1 copy of Bottomless, and the Hammer Shots, because in the end, the deck shouldn't really need a lot of removal. We should just rip through our opponent's stuff with our incredibly aggressive and cheap creatures. That's the idea of the deck, but that isn't exactly what we got. However, I would like to say, even though I didn't have this quote-unquote more perfect build, I still had a lot of fun with this deck. There's something magical about a really simplistic Yu-Gi-Oh deck where you just play big creature, go unga bunga, and rip your opponent in half. And at the end of the day, that's really all I wanted to capture with this deck. And I think in the few games that we played, we really did capture just how powerful of a strategy for classic Yu-Gi-Oh aggressive decks could be. So thank you for tuning in to this edition of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel as we return to the time travel event. We have very few videos left for this event, but I cannot wait to show you the grand finale deck of this event. It's a deck that's very near and dear to my heart, but you'll have to stick around and keep an eye on these videos to see exactly what that's going to be. So thank you for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next episode, folks. Have a great day.